don't be. But you know something? We should have met somewhere else like you suggested. Casserole surprise.
What is that?
It's yesterday's leftovers, which were leftovers from the day before, plus noodles.
Looks pretty horrible, actually.
Actually, it is pretty horrible, and I keep eating it. Hoping beyond hope that eventually it's going to get better, and I'm always disappointed.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm just going to have a salad since I'm on a diet.
Since when?
Since shopping this morning. Those dressing room mirrors are very depressing.
Oh, don't be silly. What are you shopping for? Dress for the Quartermaine party.
Oh, everything I tried on was either too old-fashioned, too trendy, or just too... What are you going to wear?
I'm not going.
Why not?
Well, I think it's a little weird for the Quartermaine to be giving a party right now with the Susan Baldwin murder and all.
It is a little odd, but I don't see why I should bother you. It's just a party.
It's exactly the kind of party that Luke would have hated. Besides, I'm not really a friend of theirs, and I think it would be a little hypocritical for me to go.
You are going to a party thrown by the Quartermaines, and you wonder why I'm upset?
If you'll just calm down for a minute.
You're supposed to be my lawyer, not to mention my father. Now, how do you think that's going to look, you showing up at the Quartermaine party? It's going to look like you think that I am guilty and they're innocent.
Oh, that's ridiculous,
Is
Scotty.
it? I'm waiting for the hangman to put the noose around my neck, and for all I know, that could be the Quartermaines. They have got every reason to want to see me take the rap for Susan's murder.
All right, all the more reason to keep an eye on them. And what better place to keep an eye on them than at a party? That's the best place for me to observe the Quartermaines. I mean, they might let their guard down a little bit, being on their own home ground.
Yeah, well, you have a point.
Yeah. And you were right about Alan, too. I mean, he once was capable of trying to commit a murder. So who's to say that something might not push him into trying it again?
Oh, yeah. Quartermaines will do anything to protect their bank account.
So they're worth keeping an eye on. Now that that's settled, I've got to go.
Heather Weber's here to see you.
Oh, fine. Would you send her in?
No. Look, I don't want Miss Weber visiting my client anymore. You understand?
Wait, would you just tell her to wait for just a minute? Now, listen, you're just going to have to calm down about Heather.
Scotty, that woman is a loaded gun. I'm not going to let Robert Scorpio have any more ammunition than he already has.
You know it's true, don't you? Every word of it. Everything I've just said is exactly the way it happened, isn't it, Tolliver, eh? You were planning on blackmailing the Quartermaines, you and Susan together. You were all ready to spring your little trap, but then something went wrong. Susan wouldn't go through with it, would you? She lied to you. She tried to double-cross you. When that happened, you only had one recourse. She wouldn't follow your plan. You had to kill her, didn't you?
You've got quite an imagination, Commissioner. You should write detective novels.
But I much prefer fact over fiction, Tolliver.
Well, here's a fact for you, then. Once again, Commissioner, I didn't kill Susan Baldwin.
Let me guess. Next you'll be telling me you didn't blackmail the Quartermaines, either.
That's right. I'd really hoped that you'd believe me. I never wished the Quartermaines any harm.
You had documents that could make life very difficult for them, not to mention make yourself very wealthy if you decided to blackmail them.
But I didn't.
Then why hang on to those papers all those years?
Sentimental value.
Oh, spare me.
I didn't expect one from your generation to understand real romance. You're all too cynical. I was in love with Lila. We made a commitment.
How noble. But what's this got to do with the papers?
Well, I wanted to make sure that Lila was all right. If she was unhappy in her marriage, I could show them to her so she'd be able to get out of it. If she was happy, I'd destroy them.
Pardon my cynicism, but I find all this gallantry a little tough on the digestion.
Commissioner,
Yeah, what is it?
we went over to Tolliver's hotel room with a fine-tooth comb. Nothing.
No papers?
Not a thing.
Thank you. Where were we? Oh, yeah. What we do for love, like blackmail.
Any blackmailing Susan was doing, she was doing on her own.
Really? Well, if you weren't working with her, you tell me how she got her little hands on those papers.
What do you mean?
I can't make it any clearer, Tolliver. The papers, the ones that you and she... Yeah, were blackmailing the Quartermaines with. Now, if you didn't give her the papers, how could she possibly have got them?
You know, I think I know how she did that.
Sit down and tell me.
I was living in that flea bag of a hotel over on the waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
I came home one day and found that my room had been broken into. Everything was stolen. Money, clothes.
The papers.
Everything, I said.
How inconvenient.
You're damn right it was inconvenient. I had to go out and get a job. I didn't have a cent. Probably whoever stole them sold them to Susan.
Or decided to go into partnership with her.
I already told you, I have never met Susan. I never even saw her. And I had no idea what she was doing.
I don't believe a single word of it.
I don't care. I have an alibi, remember? The night that Susan Baldwin was murdered, I was getting drunk at the Bucket of Blood.
Oh, the Bucket of Blood.
And right afterwards, I spent the night in the Port Charles jail cell. Drunk as a skunk, remember?
Yeah. Let's go down to the Bucket of Blood.
Huh?
I'm not going to argue with you anymore about Heather. That's it.
Would you send Miss Weber in? It's not up to him, it's up to me, and I'd like to see her.
No, wait a minute. Just give us a couple more minutes, will you? That's all. Now, Scotty, don't be a fool. That woman can hurt you.
She's a friend, and that's more than I can say for anybody else in this town.
Well, whose fault is that? Oh, son, listen
Stop.
to me.
Let's just cut this son bit, okay? From now on, it's my attorney, Mr. Baldwin, your client, Mr. Baldwin. That may sound a little confusing, but it's a lot more impersonal. And I'd like to just keep it that way.
Trying to be your friend, Scotty.
I would like an attorney that is conducting my defense, not conducting my life.
Staying away from Heather Weber is part of your defense. She's a bad apple. Everybody knows that.
I don't care what everybody else
Well, you
thinks
should
about her in
care.
this town.
You should, because your reputation is soiled enough without cavorting around with the likes of her.
Thank you.
Look, I'm not sorry I said that.
Yeah, well, you should be sorry. Because as an attorney, you know better than that. You just don't go making judgments based on people's reputation. That doesn't hold up in court.
Oh, well, maybe they should, Scotty, but you and I both know that juries are often swayed by personality and hearsay and circumstantial evidence, such as reputation. Now, fair or not, we both know that things like that often make and break a case.
The only thing that is going to break this case is somebody trying to get me out of here.
And you think that's going to be Heather?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Scotty, will you wake up? Her kind of help can hang you.
Now, you listen to me, all right?
You just stay away from her.
Is that another one of your, demands for representing me?
What do you mean, another one?
Well, just like your last one. You remember that, the piece of paper you had me sign giving the clinic an extension on their lease?
No, this isn't a condition, Scotty, but,
Well, I hope not, because if it is, I'm just going to find myself another attorney.
Well, you can't be serious about that.
I am very serious about it.
Changing lawyers right now is very detrimental to your case.
I don't care. I am not going to be manipulated into doing things that I don't want to do. I would just as soon rot in this cell than kowtow to anybody, okay? I have a certain amount of dignity.
All right. All right, I'm just trying to give you some good advice.
Well, thank you. Guard? Would you send Miss Weber in? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have company.
Scotty,
Slowly.
I'll just as soon not discuss that with you. Excuse me.
Did I say something wrong?
No. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
I still think you're wrong.
About the cafeteria special?
Don't be evasive.
Oh, Holly, I told you I don't want to go to that Quartermaine party because I don't think Luke would have liked it.
Yeah, but that's absurd. We can't go on doing what we think Luke would want us to do.
I know that, but he did have principles. And he had things that he believed in. And I don't think there's anything wrong with carrying that on.
No, of course not, but Luke was an individual, one of a kind. He did things his way because he believed in himself, in what he was. You and I have different beliefs. We're not Luke.
I know that. It's just that sometimes it's so hard to let go.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I feel that if I don't think about him all the time, then maybe someday I won't think about him at all. And that really frightens me. What would I do?
You're the girl who was telling me to get on with my life. Now you're frightened about what to do with yours? Hey, you're a Spencer. You just have to live life to its fullest.
That's right.
Okay, well, you can prove it to me and go to the Quartermaine's party.
Oh, Holly, I don't know. Ruby just got served with an eviction notice, and she's going to be moving in with Jessie. I mean, I have so many things that I have to do in order to make room for her. Lord knows when I'd ever have time to go shopping and buy a dress.
Or we could just drop by Delphina's.
Don't even mention her name in my presence. I'm never going back to that shop again.
Well, I've got a good idea. Let's go to New York this afternoon.
To New York? What for?
Shopping. We can try on gowns in all the best stores in New York, and we won't stop until we find the two most smashing.
You're crazy. You know that.
Are you with me?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. It would be a good idea.
Let's... Well, good day, ladies. You two look like you're plotting something.
We were just wondering what a girl has to do to capture your heart.
Oh, well, then you're in luck.
I am.
Mm-hmm. I just got word that Celia, my fiancée, will definitely be in town for the party. You can ask her.
Oh, well, I can't wait. She's a very lucky lady.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm a luckier guy to have her.
Well, hello, Bobbie. Hello, Holly. Grant, could I see you for a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
Will you excuse me?
Go.
He's really sweet, isn't he?
You know, Holly, I think I may take you up on that offer. I would love to go on a shopping spree with you in New York.
Terrific.
And while we're there, I think I'm going to give David Arlen a call. I think it would be very interesting to have an escort to that Quartermaine shindig.
Hey.
Oh, Mark. Sorry, I didn't see you. I guess I'm just not used to you being here at lunchtime.
Oh, that's very funny, seeing as I don't get a chance to come over here for lunch too often.
Yeah, how about once in a blue moon?
How about a ham and rye on one of those big, gorgeous smiles of yours?
Okay.
Oh, that's sensational. Forget the sandwich. I'll settle for the smile.
Be that as it may, one ham on rye. Extra mustard.
Ding, ding, you're quite a girl. By the way, I didn't just drop over for lunch. I came to extend a personal invitation to you.
How gallant.
Yes.
What's the invitation?
Quartermaine party. Would you like to go with me?
I'd love to.
Of course, you're delighted and charmed to have such an incredible escort.
Well, didn't I say that?
Oh, yeah, I think you did. Hard of hearing. I'm getting a little old.
Uh-huh. Hey, it's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah?
Oh, man, I hope I can find something to wear.
Oh, come on, Rose. Don't worry about that.
You know something? This party is just a little strange.
Why? What's so strange about it?
The timing, for one thing. I mean, here the Quartermaines have their names slaughtered all over the newspaper, connecting them with Susan's murder, and they're giving a party. I just think they'd want to keep a low profile.
Well, that's true, but maybe they planned it for some time.
Yeah, or maybe they just want to prove they've got nothing to hide.
Listen, from what I read about this case, it looks like a lot of people have a lot to hide.
And what exactly do you mean?
Well, I don't know. It's just, it's like, it's a feeling I got. A lot of missing pieces.
It is an odd case, isn't it?
Really?
I can't imagine who could have done it.
Well, the police and the thing with Scotty Baldwin.
It looks that way, yeah, but still, it's just something that's difficult to imagine someone you know would murder Susan. It just seems like the kind of thing you associate with other people doing, you know, strangers.
What did you say?
I just said murder is something that you wouldn't think somebody you know would do.
Strangers.
What is it, Mark?
This reminded me of something I almost totally forgot.
What?
I'll talk to you about it later, but it has some bearing on Susan's case. I might catch Scorpio before it's
Well,
too
what
late.
about your sandwich?
Save it. It's not that important. Besides, I have your smile, remember?
Now, I will do the talking.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
You know this man?
Well, I know his face. Sorry, I'm not too good on names.
It's, never mind. I'm conducting an investigation here. Now, can you recall if this man was here 2 weeks ago on a Friday night?
Boy, Friday. Friday's pretty busy around here.
I was drinking
I told you.
Hey, wait a minute. I remember. He got so bombed that night you wouldn't believe it. I mean, really.
You're sure this is the man?
Oh, yeah, he's pretty much a regular around here.
Remember what time he left?
Before 9, I'm sure. It wasn't very late. He took a bottle with him, so he's going back to his room.
And you're sure that this is the man?
Oh, positive. Yeah. Sorry, mister. I hope I didn't get you into trouble.
Before you go getting too carried away with yourself, let's go through your story once more. We want to be sure of all the facts now, don't we?
With pleasure. I left here with a bottle. And, I took a shortcut in the alley in back of the warehouse that we just passed. And I got the real crazy idea that I wanted to make a phone call. Of course, I was very drunk, as I told you. When you need them. Well, nobody yell. See who's listening to you. Nobody cares.
Problem here, old man.
No, take off.
Pull that alarm?
No, what if I did?
Under arrest, pal. On your feet. Oh.
So he cuffed me and took me to the tank, and that's where I spent the night, in jail, like I told you. Now, you gonna let me go?
No way, pal. Let's go.
Well, you certainly are perky today.
It shows, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Celia's coming back tomorrow.
Ah, and you have missed her,
Oh,
haven't
you bet. When she's around, everything just seems to sparkle.
Well, you are sparkling already.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's going to be here for the party.
Oh, yes. You know, that's exactly what I want to talk to you about. Grant, what is going on with the Quartermaine?
What do you mean?
Well, don't you think it's a little bit of an odd time to be throwing a party? I mean, in lieu of everything that's happening?
Yeah. I guess it's their prerogative if they want one.
I'm sorry. It probably sounds like I'm prying or something. It's just that
not at all.
every time I try to talk to Monica about it, she disappears. And frankly, I'm really concerned. Is everything okay?
It seems to be. At least Lila's having a ball. I've never seen anyone get such a kick out of planning a party.
Well, I'm sure Edward and Alan are very happy to see her busy again.
Yeah, they gripe a bit, but I think they like it. Edward especially. He loves seeing Lila back in action.
Well, he's very fond of her.
Yes. Oh, they are an eccentric bunch, those Quartermaines. Something going on every minute.
Do you suppose Celia's going to be able to handle all this hullabaloo?
Oh, are you kidding? She'll love it. She's a Quartermaine, remember?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I was just wondering if you knew...
Hi, honey.
Oh, hi,
Hello,
darling.
man.
Hi, Lee. Well, I'd better get back.
Well, not on my account.
Oh, no. Duty calls. Have a good day.
Okay,
Bye.
bye, Grant.
He's a nice young man, huh?
Yes, he is. I was just hoping that maybe he could help me figure out what this party thing's about. And the whole thing just bothers me.
A lot of things have been bothering me today.
I'm sorry, darling. What's wrong?
Well, it's Scotty again, of course. I was over at the jail talking to him, and Heather came in. I've told him time and again he must stay away from her. He just seems bound and determined, not paying any attention to me.
Lee, he's a big boy.
I'm not speaking as a father here now. Strictly as an attorney who's concerned about his client.
Oh, you mean that you're afraid, considering Heather's background, that she could jeopardize his chances of getting out?
Oh, yeah, I don't trust her. I would not put it past her to do something just to make him look guilty, you know?
Well, making somebody look guilty and proving that they're guilty are two entirely different things, so just don't worry about it.
He's my son. I'm afraid I can't help it.
I know.
And then there's Scorpio. I wish I could get a reading on him. He's keeping such a tight rein on Scotty.
That does not sound good.
No, it isn't. He's new in the office, you know. He wants to look good. He'd like to solve this murder fast, make some points. I'm just afraid if he doesn't find the murderer, he'll try to build up a very heavy case against Scotty and Heather.
As star-crossed lovers, you mean?
Yeah, who conspired to kill the unwanted wife. Not exactly like Romeo and Juliet, is it?
Excuse me, Commissioner, but Dr. Mark Dante has been waiting to see you.
What's he want?
Well, he said he just remembered something that might help in the Baldwin case.
Take this man back to his cell, will you?
He needs to talk to you right away because he has to get back to the hospital.
Look, Bert, I'm swamped. Can you do me a favor and talk to him for me? I have something very important I have to get right away.
Sure, be glad to. You really think Tolliver's your man?
Well, he's in the running, but don't go placing any bets just yet.
Hey, wait a minute. You know, we're running out of rooms for all your suspects.
In that case, we'll build a few extensions. Until I solve this case, no one gets released.
What could Lee possibly hope to accomplish by going to the Quartermaine's party?
He just feels as though he might catch the Quartermaines in some unguarded moment.
Oh, come on, Scotty. They're gonna be watching each other like hawks, and if one of them does slip up, well, someone else will cover up for him or her. Wait a minute. What if I went along with Lee and Gail to the party?
Come on, Heather. Monica's not gonna just, welcome you with open arms, you know.
Well, you won't have much choice. I mean, if I go there with your parents, I could snoop around and listen in on conversation and ask a few questions while I'm at it.
Heather, I appreciate you trying to help, okay? But, no.
Scotty, Lee's no good at things like that.
Heather, no, it's not gonna work.
I want to help you.
No, you're just gonna get yourself in trouble, all right? Now, Lee is right.
About what?
Well, it just stands to reason that if you keep coming around like this, the police are just gonna start thinking that we're a pair.
So I don't care?
Yeah, but it's not gonna look good for you, Heather. Jealous girlfriend kills lover's wife. I mean, I'm sure your roommate can come up with some kind of titillating headline.
Scotty, it doesn't matter.
It matters to me. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about you. I don't want to see you dragged down. Just because Scorpio's out to get me.
Don't worry. I've already been in here, remember?
I know, but you're out on bail now, Heather.
I know, Scotty, but they're gonna let you out. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, I don't think you should come by here like this.
No. What are you talking about? You don't want to see me anymore? Is that it?
Come on. You're ridiculous.
Well, then don't do this. I can't stand not to see you.
Listen, I don't like it either, but I'm just thinking, man, the police are going to put two and two together, and they're going to come up with you and me.
Look, I don't care, Scotty.
Well, I care, Heather. I don't want to see you back in here.
It's not going to happen.
Miss Weber?
Well, what is it? My time isn't up.
I'm afraid it is. Come along with me, please.
What? Where?
Back to jail. Commissioner's ordered it.
crazy.
Hey, wait a minute, man. Get your hands off
I'm not
of
going
her.
anywhere.
Now, just come along.
Hey, you just leave me alone.
Hey,
Scotty,
hey, what is this?
no,
Some kind of a
Scotty,
clean-up?
off me. Leave me alone.
Heather, don't talk to anybody. Heather, guard, I want my lawyer here. Guard!
General Hospital will continue in a moment.